Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. A lot of interesting things to talk about today. The first thing I want to start out with though is this announcement that everyone was talking about that was going to be coming from SpaceX, the private spaceflight company operated by Elon Musk. And so yesterday, he revealed that by next year, we are going to be sending well, not we, but he over at SpaceX will be sending 2 private citizens on their own private trip around the moon. So if I have any millionaire viewers, I will personally purchase you a high-res camera to take with you to get some nice shots of the lunar surface, especially the backside of the moon. And this is really cool because this will likely happen. And it'll be the first time that we will have private citizens flying around the moon. They're going to be doing it using their Falcon Heavy rocket, and they're going to be sending 2 paying passengers into space aboard the company's Dragon spacecraft. Now, the 2 private citizens that are going have not yet been named, but approached SpaceX about taking the trip around the moon, have already made a significant cash deposit, and their names will be announced later pending the result of their initial health tests to ensure that they are fit enough for the mission. So yeah, this is it's a huge announcement because it's the first step in getting the public out into space. All right, it's no longer going to be people who are indebted to NASA, who must say and do what NASA tells them, and who really are allowed to reveal nothing about places like the moon and all of the mysterious things that we know are there, as documented in the past and on this channel. So yeah, big news, and it's going to be done by next year. So you can only imagine 20 years from now, this will be a regular thing, and as technology progresses, the price will go down, and who knows, maybe even I, one day, will be able to fly around the moon and finally confirm once and for all the bases that have been said by countless people, including former NASA photograph techs who saw the things in official NASA moon photographs, and I'll be able to show you guys here on the channel in high definition on video, and I think that's pretty awesome. So I'm extremely jealous of these 2 people who are going to get to fly around the moon. So pretty cool news. Elon Musk is really taking this whole space travel thing to the next level, and good on him. So today I want to show you a couple interesting UFO videos that were sent over to me via email or through Twitter, and the most bizarre one that I want to start out with is of what, according to the source, looked literally like a portal opening up in the sky, where we had this strange light appear and was shining directly down towards the Earth. Wasn't shining horizontally or anything like that, like you would see maybe with a plane. No, it was shining down from the clouds, and it was also standing completely still for the entire time that he caught it on video as he was driving down the street. And well, I'll go ahead and let you check out that video here, and then we'll analyze it here in just a second.
I'm recording it. What is that? It looks like we're starting to get underneath it.
I mean, it's a long ways away. Is this a plane in the fog? Did you see how the
rays are going down. The lights were shining down.
Oh my God! Look at it! Just disappeared. It just disappeared.
And there's no cloud up there. Like there's cloud back there, but there's no cloud up there.
It just literally disappeared.
Alright, so I'm going to show you a contrast enhanced version here, which brings out this strange beam of light pointing down towards the Earth from the clouds, it'll give you a better shot of it, give you more definition. But this was sent over to me on Twitter by a gentleman named Michael, who says that he and his family were on their way to go surfing actually, at about 5:30 in the morning, coming from Newport Beach, California, and heading toward Huntington Beach. And that's when he saw this light being projected down toward the Earth, where moments later it starts to dissipate before finally fading away into the clouds. Another thing to note in this video is the source is actually driving towards the light, and you'll notice that the light just stays in position. It never once moves out of frame as if it was moving through the sky. If it were a plane or something like that, flying at 400 to 600 miles per hour, you can bet you would see some movement. But this thing just sat there, and so this piece of footage really got my attention. So I want to see if anybody that lives near Huntington Beach or Newport Beach seen something similar. Of course, I want you guys to send me a message. Here is a close-up still image of this thing, and from the distance that he recorded this, I would think it would have to be a massive light. And yeah, I'm just kind of scratching my head trying to figure out what could have been creating this. Is this some sort of portal? Is there some sort of craft up in the clouds that has a light on the bottom of it that not only points straight down towards the Earth, but is also powerful enough to cut through these cloudy skies? Maybe you guys can give me a hint as to what this is, or maybe we can find some more footage of it. So definitely a head scratcher. Now on to another piece of footage that was sent over to me from another viewer out of Jakarta, Indonesia, where he recorded what he says was a silent black disc-shaped object moving through the skies above Jakarta. So check this out. Alright, so he originally recorded this, I guess, with the VHS filter, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off. Here you're seeing the original footage that he actually just sent me. Alright, he showed me the first piece of footage with this sort of old VHS filter on it, and from what I could get from this viewer, the object to him looked extremely large. Alright, nothing like a balloon or anything like that. It was perfectly circular, like a disc, and it moves silently. And he also said that later on, after he stopped recording and the thing got farther away, he watched it moving overhead some buildings, and that's when he got more of a indication of the size of this thing, and he said it looked massive. So I did some research, and apparently there's been a lot of strange things happening in the skies over Jakarta lately, and as well as just all over Indonesia. We're talking silent objects like this. We're talking strange lights in the sky that just seem to sit there. And so maybe there's something secret going on there we don't know about, but I'm definitely going to look more into this. So big thanks to that viewer for sending that over. Now, lastly, another very eerie, strange piece of footage, this time captured over North Carolina, where a man was driving down the highway and captured a large array, or a large object, sitting in the sky still with a light at each corner. So it created this large triangular formation that just sat there in the sky before vanishing. So check this out.
Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I don't know what this is. When I come around this corner, you will see it. I don't know what in the world this is. There's one. I'm gonna keep going because I want to see it. Actually, yeah, let's keep going. Look at this. What is that? In the sky. They are all moving together. Look at this. Oh, now they're moving separate. Whoa. Whoa. Now. Whoa now. Alright, I'm gonna keep going.
Alright, so I know it probably irritates you that for most of the video it had trouble focusing, but we do have the footage at the beginning and towards the end, and I'll show you some stills here too. But this was sent over to me on Twitter, and you know, the viewer simply described it as a triangle-shaped UFO over North Carolina, and I mean, that's really all you can say about it. But here we are once again, more strange formations of lights. Most of the time they come in the form of triangles. Now sometimes we've seen shapes to these things, indicating that instead of being three separate illuminated objects, this is actually one massive triangular object that has a light at the end of each corner. And so the question is this what we're looking at? Could this be some sort of secret testing of a government craft? Could this be something else? You know, I have no idea, but I definitely wanted to post it. And, you know, of course you get a lot of people asking, if we're being visited, why would these UFOs, if they are indeed alien, why would they have lights on them? And, you know, as I've talked about this before, and as the notion has been put forth to me by others, these lights in some cases have actually not been something that comes from the craft, but is more an after effect of a possible dimensional rift. These could be plasma discharges from the craft interacting with Earth's atmosphere, something to do possibly with the propulsion system of the craft. So there's many reasons why we see lights on some of these things, and it could have something to do with these things being in our atmospheres, and it could simply be what we see the craft looking like in our dimension. In other words, it may look or act completely different in space or on another plane, but while in our plane and in our planet and in our atmosphere with our gravity, this may be some sort of indirect illumination that simply tells us that the craft is or was at one point in our skies. So there's a lot to think about here, so don't just dismiss it right away. But again, big thanks. 3 very strange UFO sightings: Jakarta, North Carolina, Huntington Beach, California. If any of you guys have any more info on these, do let me know. Now, I want you guys to stay tuned, because I have a very mysterious finding on the planet Mars. I've been wanting to post this video for a while now, so I'm going to finish that video up and I'm going to post it here within the next few hours. I'll post an ETA on Twitter to let you guys know when exactly that's going to be up, but found something very anomalous sticking out of the surface of planet Mars that I think you guys are going to want to see. So be sure to stay tuned to the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you guys have emailed me with footage or stories, rest assured I will answer you. I'm getting about 300 messages a day, so it definitely does take me some time to get back with people, but I'm currently working on a system so I can get back to people much quicker. Alright, so thank you guys for stopping by today, and I'll see you guys back in just a bit.